Alright, so we're jumping now to the 3 movie levels that take place in between the Avengers 1 and Avengers 2 story, so we can do their free play modes and unlock all their stuff. And we're going to start off in the Thor level. Now, if you remember Thor level, not a big fan of it, just in general, because, you know, not necessarily a big fan of Thor, but we're going to pick the Iron Patriot, and we're going to jump into this level. Now, I'm picking the Iron Patriot because there's a lot of just enemies that spawn in and rush, and the Iron Patriot has a reasonable anti-personnel weapons. Alright, so we're going to skip through the storyline this time and just jump right in. And again, like it was in the story mode, this is going to be a multi-part, a multi-episode adventure to get through the entirety of Thor's free play mode. And hopefully we'll stop loading and get into the game. Alright, so we see our buddy Curse again, and we're not going to run into him this episode, so don't worry about that. And we have the jail. But this time, not only do we have the jail, but we have the ability to do all this stuff with these prison cells. So we blow up the staircase there, revealing that we need somebody who can go through a vent. And fortunately the game gave us the all-new, all-different Doctor Strange. So let's catch our breath for a second and get back into it. So here he goes. Then we have to defeat a Dark Elf in here in Stan Lee's cell, which is kind of weird. And then I'm joined by another Doctor Strange. But the problem is the thing in the middle is surrounded by explosive gray bits, and Doctor Strange cannot deal with explosive gray bits. So what we need is another character, not Thor. Bring back our buddy, the Iron Patriot. Create a little step pad. And then we just step on it. Stan Lee is free. And so we have we've gotten that part of this done. Alright, now if we work our way to the other side of this, you'll see a second cell that we can use. And I will point out that we didn't get true Avenger status the first time we were in this level, so we'll have to kind of grind through and destroy everything. See if we can do it this time, and if we can't do it this time, then I'll just come back on my own with a stud modifier. But I don't want to play through this entire level again, just because of how long it is and how, there's not a lot that happens here. At least it's significant to me. I mean, it is the only level in the game that's based in Asgard. Your only other exposure to Asgard will be in the Asgard hub world, which we will visit in the future. Okay. Making sure that I've got the attract studs on. And I do, just because the way those fell from the sky didn't suggest that I actually had the attract studs going. Okay. I'm looking around, getting hit by dark elves at the same time. I don't think I destroyed these in the story mode run. Unfortunately, there's no quick way to do that, and the stud count isn't very high, particularly since with all the dark elves involved, you can easily get overrun, just like that. Okay, so now there's a dark elf shooting me from the ground, and I don't really appreciate that. I've almost pretty much destroyed this door. That takes care of the wall coverings up there. And I don't know the magic to shut off the stream of dark elves. It also doesn't help that kind of everything's sort of caught in shadows anyway, so the difference between the Dark Elves and Doctor Strange is hard to tell. All I've got is, dark forms running at me, and it could be friend or foe. Anyways, we finally head back over to this spot. Now you can see that on this prison cell we need one guy standing here while the other guy stands over there. But we're going to need that prisoner to let us in. Now fortunately we already have Doctor Strange, so we can mind control this guy. And then have him run around and destroy what needs to be destroyed. Okay, so now he's standing on one side, so now we just need to go and stand on the other side in order to break down this cell wall. Now once that's done, we're not finished, because now we need the Iron Patriot to charge in there and attack the toilet. Which reveals a soccer ball and a mini kit. And yes, you can kick the soccer ball. And yes, you can destroy more of the toilet. Alright, so now we're back to killing Dark Elves again, and at this point we can leave this area of the level. There is nothing else of interest here. We cannot free Loki from his cell. All we can do is progress into the hallway. So what we need to do then is go and okay, there you see Doctor Strange using his axe to deflect shots, something that I was sort of aware he could do, but it's nice to be reminded of it. I'm not sure it's going to come into play. Right, and then Doctor Strange breaks this for us, and that should give us something to work with.
Shall be banished to the dark dimension.
And we've got this horse statue to knock down, and then finally we're given something we can manipulate. Assuming we get a moment to do that. And here's the crank that we needed from before, which is going to raise up a electrical switch from the middle of the room. Alright, so now we currently don't have a character that can use electrical stuff, so we're going to have to change out here and either use Thor, which is the quickest thing to do, since we can just switch to him without having to activate the character select screen. And even though we've wrecked most of this door, we now can get rid of the rest of it and head on into the next room. And again, we're going to make sure that we destroy lots of stuff for the sake of getting our stud count as high as we can. Alright, here's an item we could not mess with last time, this giant sword thingy. This time we've got the characters to blow it up with. We also have a character who can blow up the other item in the room as well. So that didn't seem to do very much, but that's because we need to do it in conjunction with the other item that we can blow up over here. And now we get more build stuff. And we need a speed character. So we're going to switch into our other user of Mjolnir, who you've probably gotten familiar to seeing at this point. The created character Iron Bulldog. And he uses his speed to go up there, pick out a huge bunch of mini-kits. Sorry, a huge bunch of studs. And the pieces of a mini-kit which are now on the ground here. And there we go. We can build them up. We still need to run into it. And we picked up 2 of the 10 mini-kits in the level. Right, so now we're pretty much done with this room. After a brief check, make sure that they didn't just stick something in the top of the room to be cute. And now we come to the last part of this building, and this will mark the last room that we explore before we cut out of this episode. And there's actually a fair amount of stuff going on in this room. So again, flying around to make sure they didn't stick anything up here. You know, I can actually knock down that tapestry and take the studs. Destroy a lot of stuff here on ground level. Just double checking things, and it looks like we are going to progress outside. So I take it back, there was less interesting things going on in this room than I thought. And Doctor Strange breaks us through the wall there, and which gives Doctor Strange additional power that I don't believe Vision has. And that's where we'll leave it.